but this old heart of mine, baby, please believe in me. Girl, you know, sweetheart, I always try to keep you satisfied, 'cause with this ring I promise I'll always love you, always love you. With this ring I promise I'll always love you, always love you. Never thought so much love could fit in a little band of gold. But I'm telling you, darling, I feel it in my heart, got it in my soul. With this ring, I promise I'll always love you. With this ring, I promise I'll always love you, always love you. You know that I love you, baby.
I wonder this time where she's gone. Wonder if she's gone to stay. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and she's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away.
Good evening. I'd first like to thank everyone for coming tonight to celebrate me and Sassy. It means so much to me, and if she were speaking, which she's not, I know she'd say the same thing. To all the out-of-towners here tonight, we know many of you traveled a long way, and we really appreciate it. Hannah, I just want to thank you for your never-ending support. Growing up, you were always for me. With it being just the two of us, we spent a lot of time together. Luckily, we both... Check. Luckily, we both liked a lot of the same things. All competition-based activities, of course. Video games, pool, basketball in the backyard, the ball game way back when, etc., etc. You were always a huge help to me my first year at IU. I went up there not knowing many people, so you being there was a lot of help. I have to thank you the most, though, for your love for Sassy from the first time you met her. You did not mince words, so when you told me how great you thought Sassy was, I knew you meant it. That meant so much to me and made my decision to date and eventually propose to her that much easier. Thank you for supporting the biggest decision of my life. Brian, I have two thank yous for you. One, for helping bring another pure-blood male Hoosier into the family. And two, for taking such good care of Hannah for the past 5+ years. From what I can tell, she is the happiest she's ever been. Some people might say that's because of the new baby, but I'm giving you at least half the credit. So thank you. I want to give a special thank you to my grandmother, who is here from Indiana. Grandma, it means so much to me that you were able to be here tonight. I wish Grandpa Bex, Grandma Cresser, and Grandpa Cresser could all be here, but I know they would be thrilled that you were here. When I was at IU, it was always so fun to come down to Bedford to see you and help Grandpa put up that giant birdhouse and help with whatever else he needed. I miss him, and I know you do too. I'm so glad you're here to celebrate this weekend. Thank you. Mr. and Mrs. Perry, for the last 5 years of my life. From the minute I met you on Thanksgiving of 2016, you both could not have been nicer and more inviting. It's always a treat to go have dinner in Dunwoody with the Perrys. To me, there's 3 key factors to having a good time on any typical night. 1, food. 2, drinks. And 3, sports. At the Perry house, there's never a moment when any of those factors are lacking. Mr. Perry provides the sports with his clutch Hulu Live subscription, and Mrs. Perry keeps the drinks flowing. The food is usually a team effort, but I'm not including myself in that effort. Mr. and Mrs. Perry, you've done so much for me over the past 5 years, but none more important than raising Sassy to be a kind, beautiful, and caring person I want to spend the rest of my life with. Thank you. Mom and Dad, I could stand up here for 24 hours and still not list everything you two have done for me. So I'll make this short and say I owe everything I have to you. I could never put into words how grateful I am to be your son. Thank you for always being there for me for this amazing night and for embracing Sassy and welcoming her into the family. Finally, the reason I'm standing up here today, Sassy, aka Sarah LaRue Granger Perry, aka SLGP, aka Sally Granger, aka Sass. I've had the most fun 5 years of my life with you. I knew I found a keeper when she tolerated me on our first date. We went bowling. I made us stop by my parents' house beforehand to pick up my bowling ball and my bowling shoes. Yes, I have my own bowling ball and my own bowling shoes. But let's be honest, a 244 is pretty good. Sass impromptu met my parents that day, which I know she was not prepared for. She smiled through the whole date, which I'm sure my 22-year-old self was being too competitive and probably way too obnoxious. Fast forward to Sassy's first experience watching an Indiana basketball game with the whole family. We were at my parents' house, on the porch. IU is in the middle of an unfathomable loss at home to Nebraska. Archie Miller's first Big Ten game. Nightmare. Sassy starts having an allergic reaction to the blankets on the porch. Her eyes are swelling as my dad and I are uncontrollable, yelling obscenities at the TV. Mother wasn't too happy with me as I'm glued to the TV as my new girlfriend is trying to keep her eyes from swelling shut. I knew when Sassy got through that she could get through anything. Sass, I love you so much. I can't wait to get married to you tomorrow. Let's raise a glass. Thank you guys for being here.
So I've said it before at these events, I'll say it again. The most important decision that one makes in life is who they're going to pick as a spouse. And Robert's picked a good one, Sassy. Sassy Perry. Speaking of the Perrys, what a fun, loving, tight-knit family. Janet and I are thrilled to share Robert with. It seems like he's been part of their family for years and years and years already. Holidays, vacations, dance parties, game nights. So these family get-togethers of the Perrys, most of you may know this, are called going to Paradise. So it's paradise out there, and they might, do karaoke. They might have blue Perry pancakes in the morning. Next week they're going to be wishing everybody a Merry Christmas. So Janet and I are looking forward to sharing many, many, many more occasions with the Perrys, perhaps a baby shower or 3. Sassy, you've endured the IU games. You've lived with Robert's ridiculous wardrobe for the last 5 years. You're now an honorary Hoosier, and you're officially allowed into the family. So I said there were 2 questions that we asked Robert when he first started dating, and the Hoosier thing was one of them. The second one is she cannot possibly be this damn sweet and nice all the time. She's got to be putting on an act for the parents. It's some sort of a game. He said, no, 100% she's this sweet and nice to everybody all the time. So as Janet and I learned, Robert was 100% correct. She is the sweetest, nicest thing that you would ever want to meet. Couldn't be happier for that. So some of you know Janet, my wife, and Robert was always her baby boy. And I was very concerned that she'd ever be able to find somebody that she thought was good enough for her son. We're all concerned. But that happened. Couldn't be happier, Sassy. You passed the test. You're a Hoosier. Janet loves you. And you're in the family now. I've said this before at these kind of events, but I'm going to say it again. You know the movie Elf? Miles Finch, my favorite little midget. We are psyched out of our minds, Sassy, to have you become the next Mrs. Presser in our family. And Janet and I have talked about, we've sometimes lamented the fact that we only had 2 kids, but now that we've got that guy and this guy, we feel like we've got 4 kids in our family now, and we couldn't be happier. So let's raise a toast, and let's toast Robert and Sassy, wishing them all the love and happiness as they continue their life together.